"Get down," he yelled. The subway station froze. A mother screamed, a child cried, and in that 1 second, chaos exploded into motion. No one knew who the man was, a rugged stranger in a worn jacket, his eyes sharp, scanning like a soldier back on the battlefield. But in that moment, he wasn't a hero, just a single dad trying to pick up his daughter from school. Before we dive deeper into this story, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and stay till the end, because what happened next not only saved a child's life but changed 2 lives forever. It all began on an ordinary Tuesday morning in downtown Chicago. Michael Hayes, a former Navy SEAL, was running late again. He worked 2 part-time jobs, one as a security guard at night and one as a delivery driver during the day, all to provide for his 8-year-old daughter, Lily. Life had been rough since his wife passed away 3 years ago. But no matter how tired he was, he never let Lily see him give up. "Heroes never quit," he'd tell her, smiling through the pain. That day, Michael stopped by a coffee shop near the subway to grab his usual black coffee before heading to his next delivery. As he waited, he noticed a little boy, maybe 6 or 7, holding a bright red balloon, giggling beside his nanny. Something about the boy's innocence reminded him of Lily. But just a few seconds later, Michael's instincts kicked in. A man in a hooded sweatshirt was moving fast through the crowd, eyes locked on the child. Michael noticed the subtle tension in the man's jaw, the quick flick of his eyes. Then, in one swift motion, the man grabbed the boy's arm. "Get down!" Michael shouted. The crowd ducked as Michael lunged forward. The kidnapper tried to bolt, dragging the terrified boy toward the exit, but Michael's reflexes were too sharp. He tackled the man to the ground, disarming him of a hidden taser. The boy screamed, the crowd gasped. Within seconds, Michael had the man pinned, his knee pressed against his back. Security rushed in, and police sirens wailed in the distance. The mother, elegant, trembling, tears streaming down her face, ran forward and scooped her son into her arms. "Oh my God, my baby," she cried, clutching him tightly. She turned to Michael, who was catching his breath. "You saved him, you saved my son." Michael just nodded, brushing dirt from his jacket. "Just doing what anyone would," he said, trying to walk away before the attention grew too heavy. But that moment, that woman, would change everything. 2 days later, Michael was at his daughter's school, fixing her lunchbox, when a black luxury car pulled up beside him. A man in a suit stepped out. "Mr. Hayes? My name is David Carter. My employer would like to see you." Michael hesitated. "Your employer?" "Mrs. Whitmore," the man said. "The woman whose son you saved." When Michael arrived at the Whitmore estate, his jaw nearly dropped. It was a mansion the size of a city block, sleek cars, security gates, fountains that shimmered in the sunlight. He felt completely out of place in his worn jeans and faded jacket. Then she appeared, the same woman from the subway, dressed in a simple white dress, her expression soft and full of gratitude. "Mr. Hayes," she said gently, "I owe you more than words can ever express. My son, Oliver, he's my whole world. I can't even imagine what could have happened if you weren't there." Michael smiled awkwardly. "I'm just glad he's safe." But Amelia Whitmore wasn't just a mother, she was the CEO of Whitmore Enterprises, one of the biggest corporations in the country. She offered him a job as head of security at her company, insisting that his skills and instincts were exactly what she needed. At first, Michael refused. "Ma'am, I'm just a regular guy. I'm not used to fancy offices and suits." But when she mentioned the salary and the benefits that could help Lily get into a better school, he couldn't say no. Weeks turned into months. Michael proved himself quickly, his discipline, his loyalty, his calm under pressure made him an invaluable part of Amelia's company. But something deeper began to form between them. Late-night security meetings turned into shared coffee breaks, and soon, quiet conversations about life, loss, and raising children alone. One evening, Michael found Amelia sitting in her office, staring at a photo of her late husband. "He was kidnapped 6 years ago," she confessed softly. "They never found him. That's why what happened on the subway, it brought all the fear back." Michael nodded, his eyes full of empathy. "You're stronger than you think," he said. "Fear only wins when we stop fighting." That night, Amelia saw something in him she hadn't seen in years: courage without pride, strength without ego, and a heart that truly cared. But just when life began to feel calm again, danger returned. One evening, as Amelia prepared to leave the office, Michael noticed something off: the same kind of black SUV that had been spotted near her mansion before. His instincts flared again. He rushed Amelia and Oliver inside, ordering his team to lock the building. Within minutes, masked men stormed the parking lot. This time, they weren't after the boy. They were after Amelia, and Michael realized this was no random attack. It was connected to her late husband's disappearance. A fierce fight broke out. Michael, using his Navy training, took down two of the intruders before backup arrived. But one managed to grab Amelia. Michael chased him to the rooftop, adrenaline surging. Rain poured down as he faced the kidnapper, the same man from the subway. "You just don't quit, do you?" the man snarled. "Not when family's involved," Michael growled back. After a tense struggle, Michael overpowered him and pulled Amelia to safety. The man was arrested, and it turned out he was part of a group that had been targeting the Whitmore family for years. In the aftermath, Amelia broke down in tears. "You didn't just save my son," she whispered. "You saved me." Michael placed a hand on her shoulder. "You and Oliver, you remind me why I keep fighting. For Lily. For hope. For people who still believe in doing the right thing." Months later, Amelia invited Michael and Lily to a small family dinner at her mansion. It wasn't about gratitude anymore, it was about connection. Two parents, both scarred by loss, finding peace in each other's company. As they sat together watching the kids laugh, Amelia smiled. "You know, Michael, sometimes heroes don't wear capes, they just show up when the world needs them most." Michael chuckled softly. "And sometimes," he said, "the world gives them a second chance." The story of Michael Hayes spread across the city, the single dad who stopped a kidnapping and humbled a billionaire CEO. But for Michael, the greatest reward wasn't fame or fortune. It was the look of pride in his daughter's eyes when she said, "Daddy, you really are a hero."